Okay. What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna try doing a movement video. I don't normally do these types of tutorials. Even in League, I don't think I really did like anything like this. So this is gonna be kind of interesting. I use a scuff controller, right? So I do have a paddle on the back. This paddle is set to jump. This is so when I do jump, I don't have to play claw and jump like this, or I don't have to take my thumb off this joystick and jump. And if you don't have, I'm making this whole video for people who don't have scuff controllers. If you do, everything applies the same. You're just gonna be using the paddle on your back instead of X. Okay. So first basic movement is going to be a slide cancel. What you're gonna do, I play tactical. That's how my button layout is set. So that means I'm crouching with this button instead of O. If you do press O, I think you're just gonna have to do O X like this, or with your thumb. So what you're going to do is you're going to attack sprint. You're going to attack sprint, so I have automatic attack sprint enabled. So this is... here we go, automatic sprint. So I have this set to enabled. That means when I move forward, it automatically puts me into a sprint. This is just so I don't have to keep forcing... I think this is L3. I'm not too comfortable with like PS4 controllers. I normally play Xbox, and even then, I just call these joysticks the left and right joysticks. So instead of pressing my left joystick down to sprint, all I have to do is move it forward. This is just out of laziness. One less button to press. So when you do slide cancel, the whole purpose of a slide cancel is to negate this whole ending sequence of it where you're kind of stuck, right? If you're running, you're kind of stuck. You can't really I guess you can ADS, huh? Okay, but overall, you're kind of stuck. This last section of it, of the slide cancel, you're not moving as fast, but you also can't if I'm trying to sprint right after, there's a little delay before I can, and the slide cancel negates that. So while I'm running, right, I'm gonna double tap R3, 1, 2, and then I'm pressing X. I did teach myself how to play claw. I normally played like this when I was playing on Xbox, but since I started playing Call of Duty on the PC, I did switch to claw just because I feel like it's this game's a little more mechanically intensive than how they used to make CODs. Like now, when you sprint, you can slide, and then all these extra hops and stuff to go through. So I did teach myself how to play claw, so I use my index finger to press these buttons, and then I use my middle finger to shoot. And then on my left hand, this all stayed the same. Occasionally, I think I taught myself how to use UAV and then mark with my index finger, but that's this is all just to make sure that my thumb stays on this joystick here. So anyways, yeah, this is slide cancel. And then the purpose of slide canceling, again, to negate that ending sequence of where you can't sprint anymore, you're kind of stuck there, and you're an easy target. Another reason is if you ADS after you slide cancel, so after the tap X and you ADS, it resets your attack sprint, which means you do run faster just because during your attack sprint, I don't know how much faster you run, but I do know you do run faster. So notice how whenever I run now, my gun is pointed up, that means my attack sprint is enabled. Now that my gun's pointing down, that means attack sprint is no longer enabled. And attack sprint is something that refreshes over time, so being able to reset it like this instantly is pretty helpful. I don't do this with every gun though, because some guns, their ADS time is so slow that it kind of negates the speed that you're going to gain from attack sprinting afterwards. So if you see me not attack sprint with some of the ground loot guns, that's the reason. Or ADS. Okay. The other reason why it's good to attack sprint is it makes you a harder target to track. So if I'm trying to track someone who's running across here, all I have to do is ADS and pull my joystick left, right? So this is not that bad. But if they are slide canceling, I'm gonna have to dip my camera low and then back up. So I have to kind of make this wave motion while they're while they're sprinting across, and it just makes it harder to. It makes you a harder target to track, and sometimes that's the difference between you making it to cover and not making it to cover. So another good reason to slide cancel, but the main reason I slide cancel, I'm about to show you guys right here, is to clear corners. So if I'm chasing someone, I shot this guy, I'm chasing, now let's say this room has like no exits. Like this is just like he ran into a building. There's no exits. I know he's going, and then I heard his footsteps to my right, right. So I know he's gonna be somewhere around here. This guy who's cornered, maybe he had time to play it up, maybe he didn't, is going to be in this corner. All he knows that there's only one entrance to the building, so all he has to do is ADS and stay right here. Right, he could center like upper chest already, or like if he's good, he's gonna center towards the face. That way, the moment he sees me, all he has to do is pull the trigger, and then he's getting his shots off. So the reason I slide cancel is to throw that aim off, right? So he's sitting here, ADS ready to go. But if I slide cancel through the door, now like one, if they're good and they're like kind of centered towards the face, they're gonna have to dip their camera low, slide cancel. I mean, track the slide cancel, and then like if you add a hop after the slide cancel, then they're also gonna have to track the hop afterwards. But what this does is it just gives me an extra like few moments to get my shots off before he gets his, even though he's like technically in a more advantageous like situation, right? So it just throws a lot of like this movement, a lot of like why you use movement in COD is just to throw off the aim of your opponent. And I mean, if you do that, then and hopefully you're accurate, like you should win the gunfight. Another thing, there's like a super technical reason. I think it's called like breaking cameras or like peeker's advantage. Like I don't know, there's so many terms for it, but COD's not a perfect game. So what happens is if you jump through this door, right, and you jump through it fast, your screen is gonna render faster than like what they're gonna see. Or I don't even know the technical terms. All I know is if you're the one peeking and you're peeking fast, you're gonna see the opponent before they see you. So while I'm jumping through this door, right, and then boom, I'm looking through. Like I think, what is it? I have like an extra 1 or 2 frames before they actually see me through the door. I don't know how to explain technically. There's other people who can. Just look up like breaking cameras and like COD on YouTube or something. Someone else can probably like explain it. But main point is if you're peeking fast, you're gonna see the opponent before they see you. So that's another advantage you can get by clearing the rooms fast like this with the slide cancel. Right. So that's a number 1 reason why I'd recommend using a slide cancel is to be able to do stuff like that. Next thing I'm gonna talk about is jumping. Same thing. If you don't play Claw, you're gonna have to jump, and then you're gonna have to. I think if you watch Bro Gamer and see his movements, that's enough proof that you can be just as cracked while without playing Claw. So he'll jump and then jump, turn, ADS. I can't do it because I'm not accustomed to it, just because I play Claw. But you can. It's possible to not play Claw and still do all these things. You just have to have a really fast thumb, because you're gonna have to jump and then immediately put your hand back on the joystick and turn at the same time. But yeah, the other thing is to jump corners like this here. Same thing. It's like same concept as slide canceling. You're gonna see the person before they see you, and you're harder to track because you have all this forward momentum, which means if they are trying to camp here, instead of just them peeking you and then just pulling the trigger here, they have to pull the trigger and then track your hop, right? Or track your slide if you're slide canceling. Some advanced movement tips that I use is a bunny hop. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tack sprint forward, you're gonna jump, you're gonna turn either left or right. Because I mainly use it to jump corners. So yeah, you're gonna be turning left or right, and then as soon as you touch the ground, you're gonna press your jump button again. So it should look like this, right? It's a little bit harder to do it without a scuff controller. I don't know, that's one of the benefits of having pads on the back. I feel like it is a little bit easier to time the jump when you have a pad instead of trying to smash my index finger awkwardly into this X button. Which you should be jumping twice like this. And although the animation on my end doesn't look that bad, on the animation on your opponent's end it just looks super awkward, because it looks like you're jumping mid-air. And then I mean, not only that, but when you are kind of tossing yourself out there, they have to track, if they're trying to get upper chest shots, they have to be able to track 2 hops, 1, 2, and then that's pretty hard to do. So as long as you're good with your shots while you're going through the motion, you should win that gunfight. Another thing I do is when I do slide cancel, I will also end that with a hop, 1, 2. So I'll slide, look, and then I'm spamming the jump button. slide look, I'm just spamming the jump button like towards one of either side. So if I were to, if I'm peeking this right side here, I'm going to slide cancel, and then I'm going to start hopping. So what this does is, again, it just makes them create this whole U shape while they're aiming, and I mean, it just makes you harder to track, gives you a little bit more of an advantage. The last movement technique that I have that I recently picked up from Aiden is to sprint and then pull the joystick back in order to change direction. So instead of running side to side like this, right? I'm like kind of making a curve here. I try to stay in one straight line. So if I'm like right here, I'm gonna left, right, left, right. Like ideally, I'd be on this line instead of turning side to side while moving forward. Now, the importance of this is this is to help reach out, or like re-challenge someone who's kind of chasing you. So let's say there's someone here, they're shooting, and then they break me, right? So now I'm gonna be over here. I get broken. I'm going to forward. I'm gonna pull back, right? I'm gonna imagine this is the straight line here. I'm gonna forward, pull back, and then oh wait, I messed that up. But forward, pull back, and then I'm gonna bunny hop out. So again, one last time, forward, back, right? Moving the joystick forward and then back, and then I'm gonna turn, and then I'm gonna bunny hop out. 1, 2, bunny hop out. So the purpose of this is, if you think about the situation, right? So this guy shoots, it breaks the person, right? So the person I just shot is broken. My two options are to stay here and hold this angle, or I can chase, right? And usually in close quarters they're gonna chase. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of those close quarters type of like advanced movement games. So after I break this person, I definitely want to go chase. Because if I don't chase, what's gonna happen is this person's gonna get away, and I'm gonna have to like re-break them again, and then I'm gonna have to go through like all this extra stuff. So after breaking someone, I'm definitely gonna want to like chase and add the pressure on. So if you're this person who just got broken, right? While I'm chasing, I'm probably gonna be in attack sprint. I'm probably or I'm probably just like, you know, overall just not gonna be expecting someone to re-challenge after they get broken. Because after you get broken, instinctively you want to like take cover and plate, right? So while I'm tack sprinting, if you notice, watch, I'm gonna pull the trigger while I'm tack sprinting, and then just notice how much time it takes for it to for the gun to start shooting, right? So I'm gonna really exaggerate pulling this trigger here. Right, you have a couple of seconds before it does go off, and that's because I am tack sprinting. That's like one of the downsides of tack sprinting. So if I'm this person and I do this, I can start forward, back, and I'm pre-firing while I'm doing the bunny hop. 1, 2. 1, 2. And so not only does this person get delayed in shooting, right, because they're tack sprinting, but they also have to start tracking a bunny hop while, like, you know, while they're getting excited, because it's like, okay, I've just broke this person, now I can go for the kill. So while they're chasing, while they're tack sprinting, all of a sudden they have to pull the trigger and then somehow be able to track your bunny hop, and it really just throws a lot of people off guard. Another advanced technique that I think I can throw in here is to toss your camera left and then look right while you're slide canceling. So quick, it would look like this. Or wait, okay, I messed slide cancel up, but I'm messing it up again. But there you go. So I'm tossing my camera left. I'm tossing it left, and then when I'm pressing down, I'm pressing it down while it's like looking right already. So left, right. And what this does is it gives you an opportunity where if someone catches you off guard, right? Let's say you're running, all of a sudden this person shows up here. You can toss left, look right, and then pop up and start shooting. And what this does is, instead of this person just getting free hits like this, all of a sudden they're going to have to track a slide cancel, like, I mean, out of nowhere. Because, I mean, you're running forward, it's like, this guy's slowly peeking, all of a sudden just like, oh, free shots here. And then all of a sudden they have to track a slide cancel. It throws some people off guard. I mean, if you're out in the middle of the open, it's already a tough fight. But, I mean, it gives you a little bit more of a fighting chance. This is also helpful for when you are clearing buildings. You're going to slide cancel, and if I don't look any other way, I mean, whatever direction I'm facing when I do hit the first R3 is the direction I'm going to slide, right? But this isn't really beneficial if someone's peeking over here and I'm slide canceling into a wall like this. So you're going to slide cancel forward and look right. I forgot to explain it during the initial slide cancel, but yeah, this is something you want to do. Or, I mean, if you're going to try peeking left, slide cancel, peeking left. And again, notice that I am still tap A, or X, because we're on PS4. So tap X. And then ideally you want to be able to snap onto your target after you're done slide canceling. Right. Okay. Any other tips and tricks? Oh, another, before I teach like the advanced technique, I guess, just drop shotting is pretty big, because, I mean, we're used to tracking people here, and then when people get jumping, used to tracking the jumps, then all of a sudden you also have to add this other dimension of being able to track a drop shot. So here, I start shooting, boom. I'm holding R3 as I'm going down, and then, small tip, make sure you're staying centered towards the head when you do drop shot, because you don't want to drop shot and then start shooting their feet, because you don't get any damage multipliers for shooting the feet. Like, there's nothing. You do way less damage to the feet. So while you're going down, get used to moving your joystick slightly up as you go down. That way, you're still getting those headshots off while the other person's trying to figure out how to track you. Now, something I do notice, something that Aiden does that I noticed is if he's out in the middle of nowhere, right, and he's running, and he gets shot, he will slide cancel, and then, so let's say he gets shot in the back. He'll run, slide cancel, drop, and drop right here. So, like, imagine someone's up here. I'm out of ammo, but here, he gets shots without standing back up. So, here, turn, and then shoots. And what this does is, I mean, obviously, if you're just like a little stump on the floor, and you're trying to shoot someone far away, like, it's already hard enough to control your recoil from far, but if they're a little stump on the floor, it's even harder, you know. It gives you a little bit more of an advantage during those long range gunfights, and hopefully, I mean, your recoil control and your gunshot skills are good. Yeah, I think that's all I have today. I'm gonna review this video, make sure the camera's on my hands the entire time, and then I think that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.